Okay. Sarah, I'm going to let you just use the arrows as you wish. Okay. And I don't think there's anybody yet here virtually. Did you see anybody? Jim? It's just now 7.
Okay.
All right. So,
Wait a few minutes.
yeah, give her a couple minutes. I'm glad I was here early enough so that we're now set at 7, as opposed to 10 minutes later when I finally get her your way.
That happens sometimes.
More than you even want to think. Okay. So what we have here is this goes here. We will close the door because otherwise we'll all be tempted to walk into them. Okay, so this goes here, it gets turned this way. Jim Hart's on it. Yeah, I see the other Jim, right? Jim Neighbors and Jim Hart. Okay, so let's go back to the actual display setting. I don't want to do that. All right, so what I want to do is go to WebEx. Chat, no. Okay, here we go. So let's go to all right. Okay, here, pause, share, assign, mute, stop. All right, stop video, annotate. Someplace in here, more. Switch audience. All right, video settings. And I want the, oh, I didn't plug this in. I wonder why it's not working. Okay. I am going to assume that you're going to be standing. Where would you like to stand?
Wherever you all, it's easiest for the mic. Right around here.
Yeah. Okay. So, and let me turn off the blurred screen because I don't need that anymore. Camera, background, no background. Okay. So if you stand here, you won't be seen. So. I'm in the camera, right?
Yep, I see it.
Jim, can you hear me? Jim Hart.
Yes, but there's a lot of feedback.
Jim Hart, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thumbs up or down?
Can you-
Shake your
can you
head.
hear me?
Can you hear me? Thumbs up. No, thumbs down.
There's feedback.
Hold on, I gotta turn the volume up for him.
Can you not hear me?
Thank you. Okay, Jim, try saying something again.
Can you hear me?
No, let's try this again. Okay. I hear myself. What about you?
Yeah,
Right.
there's like a triple echo.
Okay, so Jim, please send the chat. Jim neighbors will monitor that, because if I have the speaker on the computer, it's picked up by the external speaker and it reverbs as you said. So now you should have a reverb from the people who are speaking. And with that, I'm going to turn this over to Sara. And, okay, I'm going to go like this. And I think we're in good shape. That in mind, Sara, thank you for your help.
Thank you. So good evening, everyone. Hello, Mr. Carmen. I'm your video. My name is Sara Carmen. I'm Zoning Administration. I'm joined with the Zoning Administrator. And tonight we're here to talk about the new Zoning Ordinance Amendment, which have related to the landscape screening provisions. So I'm going to introduce you to the project and then go over some existing provisions, which will probably be a refresher for a lot of you. Then go into our discussion of our tentative timeline and possible changes that we have with the amendment, which will then lead us into our questions. So this came out of the Zoning Ordinance Work Program, directed staff to engage with interagency work group to look at a comprehensive review of these landscaping and screening provisions and do the outreach associated with that. We are doing this as everything's on the table for comment and potentially be amended. We have started meeting with our interagency work group, and it consists of staff from ZAB, Urban Centers section of DVD. We also have staff from LDS who engage with the PFM on amendments, and then we have staff from Urban Forestry, our stormwater, and then also a representative from the Office of Environmental and Energy Protection. So moving into existing provisions, these provisions are administered by LDS and have to be in accordance with all of the landscaping materials and size. Okay, land development services. And the landscaping plan that you're required to have needs to be implemented prior to your occupancy permit being issued. For our general landscaping standards, we have for size and spacing, trees have to be a minimum of 5 feet at the time of planting. They can be irregular, in line, and randomly spaced. And if you do have suitable vegetation that exists on the property, you can use that to meet these requirements. You can even use the vegetation within the resource protection area if you want to use that. But you do have to note that any modifications or deletions from the existing vegetation within the resource protection area, you're going to get prior approval from the Director of Land Development Services before we're moving forward. The ordinance also addresses the maintenance. It's the owner's responsibility to keep this maintained, repaired, and replaced. All of the landscaping and screening has to be healthy growing, conditioned, kept free of refuse and debris, and replaced when necessary. If you have property that is subject to entitlements, you'll have to look at that to make sure you're in substantial conformance with any proffers, development conditions, or your development plan. So that's something to consider when planning. And then if going through the site plan process and you remove or replace any of the vegetation that is shown on the site plan without getting prior approval from the Director of Land Development Services, you may have to replace that at the owner's expense. For parking lot landscaping, we have a requirement of interior and peripheral parking lot landscaping for parking lots that have 20 or more parking spaces. And this does not include the plantings that are within 6 feet of the building. You can't double dip in order to meet these requirements, and you just still below. The landscaping that we're talking about primarily with this kind of parking lot landscaping is shade trees, or trees that offer shade at maturity. And then you can do modifications and waivers depending on the process you're going through and the circumstances that you have for your specific project. That would be through the board of supervisors, board of zoning appeals, or director of LDS, depending on which process you're going through. For interior parking lot landscaping, we have a requirement that a minimum of 5% of the parking area be in parking lot landscaping, and it has to be dispersed to maximize the amount of shade provided to those vehicles that are parked in the lot. The planned areas are in accordance with the Public Facilities Manual, and if in one of our commercial revitalization districts or our enticement corner district, we will need to look at a different section for parking lot landscaping because there's specific requirements for specific districts. For commercial parking lot landscaping, it's not required when you have transitional screening required. And if you have a parking lot that is abutting a right of way, you're going to have a landscaping strip that is 10 feet wide, and it does not include any of the sidewalks. So you're going to have a ratio of 1 tree per 40 feet, which doesn't fit beyond center. And of course, we're talking about a parking lot that is abutting a right of way, depending on certain circumstances, the regulations may supersede our regulations, and that may come into play. If you have a parking lot that is not abutting the right of way, then you're going to turn to the Public Facilities Manual and your requirements are being located in that manual. As you'll see here, we have 3 different types of transitional screening, and the open space minimum, the width varies depending on which of the transitional screening types you are within. So you see it goes 25, 35, and then 50. You also have a tree canopy requirement of 75% or greater. And then at the bottom here, you'll see there are specific planting requirements talking about evergreens and deciduous trees for the transitional screening, which applies to all 3 of those types. We also have these 8 different types of barriers. They can vary from hedges, walls, fences, and the barrier is generally located between the transitional screening and that use that's requiring the transitional screening. And it's important to note here that sometimes that can create a maintenance issue because that means that the landscaping is located on outside of the wall, and sometimes that can create an access issue if it's not designed correctly. So that's something to consider. As I mentioned before, we have waivers for modifications available depending on the process you're going through. We wanted to note that you all tonight, because you guys are still on entitlements, that almost every single entitlement that we see has some kind of waiver modification to the landscaping and certain requirements. We've seen this as kind of a red flag, if you will. We'll look at the requirements. We're hoping that with any amendments that we make for reducing the need for those waiver modifications in the future, we're creating a more consistent application of our landscaping and screening provisions. So moving to our discussion, this is our tentative timeline. I'll stress tentative. They're still finalizing the dates for 2023. So we do expect some of this to be moving around. But we did kick off outreach in October. We do have meetings scheduled through the end of March. So we anticipate to run through again. At that point in time, in April, we would be going to both the Planning Commission and the Board's Land Use Committees, presenting on the feedback that we received through this public outreach process. The research that we've gathered, we are working with a consultant, LSU Architecture, and they are doing research for us on practices and jurisdictional research, so we'll present that stuff as well. And then probably have a post edits that we may include with the amendment and get their reaction in that. Once that is taking place, we would then look for board authorization. Right now, that's targeting May, but then that could change within public hearings following in June and July. So as I mentioned, we've been going to other groups like themselves to talk about this amendment, and we have gotten some suggestions thrown at us. Some of these come from the public, some of these come from our group, and what we've discussed. So what I'd like to do now is go over those with you. And anything really rings true to you, and would like us to underline that, or if you have any additions that you'd like us to consider in this process, please let us know you have experience with the waivers modifications, seeing those come through with the entitlements. So the first item that I'd like to discuss is, should we look at lowering that threshold for planned parking lot is required? It's currently at 20 spaces, and we've heard that maybe that should be lower. We've also heard that we should increase the percentage of parking lot landscaping. It's currently at 5%. Requiring landscape islands under a certain number of parking spaces, considering tree requirements for travel aisles. And then in these next two, modifying the width and planting requirements for transitional screening, and examining the need for barriers. These two came out of sessions about how our development has changed over time. When these provisions were first enacted in the late 1970s, our development didn't have much mixed-use development, a lot of separation of residential, commercial, and industrial, and not such a mix. So we see that there could be a reason to change some of these increases to the current development and kind of modernize it in a sense. The last item that I'll mention is we were told to consider the implication of solar panels, and we've also heard electric charging stations as well. Those are becoming more and more popular in lots around county, and we want to make sure that we consider that with the landscaping because they're all in the same space, and there are utilities cabinets that are required for these canopies and charging stations, which can take up some space. So we would like to see some of those put together, and if not, which would take priority. So those are our possible changes that have happened tonight. We'd love to hear your reactions to those and any additions.
Any comments from Lou or Jim?
Putting it in the chat, so I didn't want to do. Are these changes similar to Loudoun County and Pennsylvania? Obviously, we kind of roughly the same ballpark.
So we're looking at those as our jurisdictional research. We've asked our consultants to specifically look at our region along with some of the counties in Maryland to give us that feedback. And I did do some preliminary research before they came on board. And for instance, if you look at the percentage of interior parking lot landscaping, about 5%, seems like most people have the 5%. I don't know if we were the first ones to have that and people copied us, or if that was the standard at the time and was known to be best practice that everyone took forward. So we're trying to take that into consideration moving forward.
I guess another kind of general question. We've been seeing a lot of discussion back and forth about this reimagined parking concept going on. And you start reading through some of that, you say, well, if that's reducing the amount of parking that's required, you have to higher density developments. And then you're saying that we're looking at more mixed use, i.e. higher density developments. How does that all kind of balance?
So we have heard that comment that we're parking to doing their outreach at the same time. So a lot of people have heard their spiel before they heard our presentation. And there has been comments about how, they're going to reach the parking rate, that's going to create a smaller parking lot. Then shouldn't we increase the percentage of parking lot landscaping? But that would then increase the served area for the site, because we're adding that area for the park landscaping. So there has been that discussion of where should that number increase to? Should it be just a percentage, maybe 6%, should it go to 8%? What is the right number? And we're hoping to get some guidance from our consultants on that to see what really is the best practice going forward. But we are taking that into consideration that you're shrinking that parking lot area for those new developments. That may not always be the case if there is an existing parking lot.
And as your consultant,
I might add, you mentioned about mixed use, and this effort is not changing any densities or any zoning or any comp plan designations. So it doesn't provide for a higher density in any way. But I think what, in the presentation, when it referred to that we have more mixed use, like through the plan districts, today than we had, say, in 1978, for instance. And the zoning ordinance, just as an example, where it requires a barrier, a fence, if you will, or a wall between townhouses and single-family detached. The question that's been raised is that something that we need to carry forward? Or do we still need that requirement? Do we still need a buffer between types of residential? So that's a question that we've heard, and we would love to get your feedback.
Because there's been this movement toward connectivity, having that space for people to have like walking trails and connections to either other residential spaces or their commercial space, or if you're in your Fairfax corner that has multi-use of uses within their development, having that connection, not having that wall barrier prevents you from having the easy access and may force you out on a main road.
Anybody's here?
Well, I think Wegmans is good, that Wegmans is good, kind of model that the county is looking for next use. And there's no barriers, like it's reversed, like it is so integrated. You know, it's incredible. They're not done.
Do you think
So,
that's a good example?
yeah, I mean, I think the way they did that, the trails, and they got couches out there, fireplaces, lots of, and the connectivity is pretty good, is my observation. I mean, the only thing, you got a big parking lot in front of Wegmans, it's too bad. Couldn't go behind Wegmans, but Wegmans in front, where it'd be connected to the rest of the shops. So you gotta walk through this vast parking lot to get to the other shops.
We've heard that the trees, while not necessarily a reason for someone to come to a location, it can be more inviting and have that connection to placemaking. So that we should be encouraging more trees in parking lots and their, transitional screening to have that area to contribute towards the placemaking efforts.
I mean, you see, I would say hundreds, but you see tons of people crossing the road from the tops every day to go, to go to lunch. And then they're building townhouses right across Canada from Stone Brook, I think. Development that's already in construction. And then there's another one on this side. It's supposed to be an alternate. But we saw proposed to put residential in there. So it's a fairly integrated multi-use environment that you guys have. But it's kind of like right here in the circle too. Looks like restaurants can be going in, saw a sign, and they're finishing up the second apartment. That's gonna be done. I love the trails. I mean, it's pretty nice. I mean, it's a nice integrated environment.
I'm sorry, as you said, even if you have a barrier between two different developments, there's no reason why you can't include passageways between barriers.
A walk in the woods, not only by the garbage truck and Reagan, is to be admired. So if you have 20 feet of woods between an office and a residential, a path between it should be done. I was very upset when Greenbrier lost its access to Fair Woods or Fair Lakes, when TRW said they needed to secure right. TRW is not there anymore, and there's no trail from the end of Majestic to Fair Lakes, and that is the perfect place to have a trail, because you cut off this community of 1,800 homes from the place right beneath it that's to the south that would be an attractive benefit for people to walk, and there's no easy way to get there. So that was a 1986 curse, especially when that vendor left. When that vendor left, they should have been required to put the passageway in that they had said they couldn't because they were secure. When they became less secure, they should have been required to put that in. And the county needs to make sure that that's a condition, that when the conditions that required the path not be included have changed due to a change in tendency, you revert back to what was originally required. Because now you don't have it.
Yeah, if you look at kind of a little term that I've developed over the course of my career in transportation planning engineering. Well, you really try to build cities on suburbs. About suburbs, those are spread out, basically like a lot of actually formerly farmed. I have a dairy farm. One time that was, I think, the largest dairy farm Fairfax County. Go back to like 1950. I think Fairfax was second or third in the state in terms of dairy agricultural product value. So it's not that anymore. But I think the point Jeff made is appropriate to say, well, let's look at some of these places where those restrictions still remain. I mean, there was one that we identified at a recent meeting reviewing a proposal just for conversion of one kind of awkwardly located single-family lot. It's going to be redeveloped into two lots. But it was kind of a situation where, well, you need to take this neighborhood, connect this neighborhood through this open gap area, through the next neighborhood. And oh, by the way, you're right next to the hospital. Okay, those are the kind of things you want to do. Because that connects communities very simply, very easily, very inexpensively.
Jim Hart was asking, are the requirements for like tree islands, they may be large enough to keep the trees healthy in the root system? Versus we see a lot of tree islands that it's just grass and dead trees because this is a concrete. Are you guys gonna put some rules in there?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the dimensions are in the public facilities manual. So what we have done with comments similar to Mr. Hart's is refer that to our work group member who works on the PFM. They've been put on notice that any of the comments that we have during the zoning process may result in commentary about their manual, and there may need to be an amendment. So we've taken those to them in the past, and we'll certainly do that. We've also gotten comments about the types of trees. I think because you all probably have yourselves, there's people's favorite trees and least favorite trees, and we've heard a bunch of those being named. And we have referred those to our work group as well, so that they know, because there's been a discussion of what trees are appropriate in parking lots and themselves, and how to ask parking lot is not a natural environment. Very important to take those is helpful. That we try to bring up our work group and working through that with them.
Okay. Yeah, the chat's up there if you want to see Mr. Hart's. I was just spotted saying, is it P? P? Yeah, okay. So you're doing changes, you do the changes for tree islands, and you're tracking our comments.
Yes.
That's what I wrote in there.
Yes, that's correct.
So you'll see, if you have any.
Or on the computer in front of you. Nor is it-
No, thank you. I was gonna say, that's a little small for me.
Yeah, that's, I was just thinking, the computer might be.
So I guess, but, you know, as part of our discussions, currently, there are a lot of the details on how to do things, so we want our involved.
Right.
That's the discussion. Where we're going to belong, and zoning ordinance, belong, and that's why we have this work group where we've got people from, you know, different agencies, and, you know, if it's decided that we need to keep that in PFM, then, we've already got the comments.
Let me toss that out there for your consideration. That's all. You know, you got those three separate documents. I'm gonna put the same thing in all three. That way there's no differentiation. Lots of land. No. So you don't get these, this says X, says Y. All. Particularly you talk about trees. Particularly you talk about trees and parking lots. You're right, you don't just take a little hole from the tree and close the whole thing. You do that, not. So you hope that your landscape architect and salt has said for certain types of trees that will live next year, that next term to be 10, 50, 20, 50, 100. What do you do? The space for the root system.
Yeah, I think.
There's also a question, you have shade tree. I think the European method of putting trees in is that it should be interesting as well as being shade. So if a shade tree can provide flowers, two points. If a shade provides flowers and messes up the cars parked under it, -5 points. No pine trees, when you live in Georgia and South Carolina, at certain times of the year, your cars come back green, no matter what color they are, because the pollen from the pitch trees pervades the universe, and everything is covered with that. There's, of course, beautiful
shade trees that have bald fruit that people trip on. Sweet gum, beautiful trees, star-like leaves, but that's put around bald. If you're not careful, the advertisement for the people who are taking a certain chemical for their legs, so they don't fall and trip. That's make sure they're only male gyco trees, right? But we found when we were visiting Europe is that a shade tree that has flowers is a better tree than a shade tree that's just a shade tree. Make it interesting. And I think that it's possible in this area, this neck of the woods. You can also mix both understory and large trees, so that you can have grape myrtles and dogwoods. And both the grapes have subseeds that aren't that bad, and you have dogwoods in the spring and grapes the rest of the year. And there are other flowers that are nice to behold. And so you can be looking at trees, red book, for example, is an understory that's really nice in the spring. But I do like the idea that you're talking 5 feet high. My wife and I put a 3 foot high ceiling in, back to 5, and the deer came by, put it back to 2. So if it's at least 5, that's higher than the deer like to go. They like neck down to browse. So if it's 5 feet high, there's a chance to survive, while the 3 or 4 foot one is just browsing. I think we found that. I now have 2 sets of wire around it, hoping that after the 3rd year, we can hire enough that will be exempt from a dealer tax that we have.
It's interesting you say that because it was one of our earlier meetings that following through with, they had said, don't do the 5 foot high, because the traffic doesn't take root better.
Well, no, it's not the height, it's the diameter of the main twig. A main twig that's 2 inches in the circumference will have a much better chance of growing and establishing roots than one that's 6 inches. Because that one is more set in its ways, the younger one, the fitter one will grow better and do better than the wider one, even if it's taller. So it's not the height of the tree, it's the thickness of the stem. This is from my forestry in the
I will be honest, I don't understand this Scotland.
Okay, so staff may not be to blame, but the explanation for the stiff arm, which means on the other amendment was that this amendment would deal with it. It sounds like this is not happening. Imagine that. So we go back to his. He was talking about, all right, here we go. It's frustrating that the politicians announce one thing and then the amendment goes in a different direction. The excuse given to staff stiff arming the suggestion of required environmental benefit, as was another stiff arm, into an amendment that apparently has nothing to do with the requiring environmental benefit in exchange for parking reduction. So he was talking about requiring environmental benefit in exchange for parking reduction. So there's a parking reimagined, okay? Or parking nightmare nightmare Fairfax County. But in any case, they were saying that his, I think, approach was that if you're going to reduce the parking, you want to have a benefit to the county. The benefit to the county is not just less parking, but his thought is that you have an environmental benefit. What are you doing since you don't have to put so many square feet of parking down? You should be doing something nice for the county. What other environmental efforts can you do? That was not included in the parking reimagined. And he's saying this isn't included either. And that's what he was stiff arming, is that politicians are bouncing it from one to the other, never taking it into consideration. He's of the opinion that if you reduce the parking requirement, you should get environmental benefit, other than just reducing the parking.
Well, we're looking at increasing the percentage for parking lot landscaping from that 5% and increasing it. So we're looking at that because there's a benefit to reduce the EIR effect, provide that extra shade, and placement effort we talked about where we're more inviting to be there. So we are looking at that. We just haven't landed on a specific proposal.
I understand, but his point was that parking, reimagine, was silent on the environmental impact of environmental trade-offs and parking reductions.
And again, if you set in a line on there, it says, well, back, new models, revised models, and it's formally adopted. That again is a precedent of everything that follows. So that you can come in and say, we think maybe that's 5%, maybe 8%, 10%. No. Not in here. The president says you don't need to worry about that.
We are looking at questions of the requirements for interior parking lot landscaping and peripheral parking lot landscaping. And that would apply across the board, whether it's equipment coming in or development or development. And so hopefully that will have the environmental benefits. That's why we have our neighbors work and why we're coming out and getting these comments. Now, is it specifically tied to the request for parking reduction? That's probably not part of our review, but it would be across the board, like I said, it would be, and then so parking reduction, for instance, I'm not going to confess, I haven't kept up with that effort very well, so I can't speak to it. But I know, for instance, they're reducing the parking rate for certain uses, right? So that, then if you get to build your shopping center as a developer, you need smaller parking lot. But this effort is looking at what's really neat to see the effort of the lot.
But what Jim is saying is, what other environmental benefits are you giving the county for the fact that the county is arbitrarily reducing your parking requirements?
My example is the shopping center, parking lot, now. So you gotta reduce the size. Put more trees in. Like,
That's
put more
what
landscaping
this
there.
effort would look at.
But let me developers. Planning. Okay, well, yeah, I saved 100 parking spaces. The average parking space is. 300 square feet. So that's the land I've saved. I don't have to buy that land now. I don't have to do anything with that land. So I will save money if I don't put it in more landscaping. If I don't buy that or don't develop it, it's fine. I'll just shrink my quote footprint marginally. I'll say they want. And if you look at the decisions that seemingly keep coming out of the board of supervisors, sometimes in direct opposition to recommendation of the planning commission, they seem to be looking at, yeah, you're the developer, we want to keep you happy. That's why some of the developments right across the street are marginally outside the noise area line where you should build housing.
Some of them are in the area.
Yeah.
Let's go there.
Yeah, that's a separate issue, but the board of supervisors, a lot of cases, it's like, wait a minute, we know it best. And then we look at it and say, well, I don't know if you do or not.
Well, they can't control their staff, but
If you compare it to these laws,
hey, you have the maybe energy card. So they go to reconcile and make sure they don't contradict each other or they couple each other.
Yes. So we're actually supposed to, come to our work group on Wednesday. And unfortunately, with the travel, with the holidays, they don't make it, so they're gonna be, with us like in January. So we're going to have a conversation about what are you all doing, how is it going to impact us, we are in that timeline, about climate barrier. So we're having a conversation, and one more thing that I'll mention in regard to, Sarah's comments about environmental considerations. Our representative from the Office of Energy and Environmental Coordination, she worked on CCAP, I think at first part of it, but it's the climate action.
Resilient care pack.
Resilient care pack. So she is our go-to person to make sure that those items that were just recently adopted by the board are being reflected in this amendment, and we're taking on any of those suggestions that they have needed in those two plans so that we can reflect that in the amendment. So it is a consideration, and they have that presence on our board to carry that forward.
Any other comments or questions? The item that I was thinking about is if you increase the size of your landscaping islands, and you're planning to have shade trees in them, then I would suggest if it's possible to include a walking path through that island. It is nice to walk as you're walking to a facility through the parking lot. If there are a series of trees that provide an island of shade, or have a pathway, you can walk down it and be in the shade of the trees rather than the heat of the tarmac. Okay? Now, obviously, this requires a little bit of width, but I think that would be nice. A tree to the left, a tree to the right, on that kind of alternating angles that you go like this, like that. That would be a nice benefit. I think the people who walk that way would have an enjoyable time. Okay? If you currently have a tree here, a tree there, yeah. Okay? But this is just your thought. And if you could, in fact, encourage people by putting the path in there and the stripes and say, you know, this is this way to the office, is pointing to it. Nice.
There are a couple of examples of those scattered around the county. There's one example on Preston, and a more Preston Village Center.
The person's right.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can make parking landscaping enjoyable. And in an area where you don't need tall trees on the peripheral, where you might just want a hedge-like approach, just enough to block the traffic from there. There I can see you want invented trees and first-story trees rather than the tall shade trees. Because you're really not concerned with the shade between the street and this starting with your parking. There you want more landscaping appealing. The red buds, low-level dogwoods, and other trees that are showing and a path through them. Too many times I have seen where you walk along the sidewalk and you want to walk into a shopping center, and they want you to walk up to where the car entrance is, but you're a pedestrian, and your first choice as a pedestrian is the straightest line with choice. If you've ever lived at Guardian College campus, you know the quad eventually has many more paths than the college is paved. And they start paving the paths that people have made, and people walk over these because they want to get to where they want to go. They don't want to walk another 400 feet to make a turn, and they could just walk here. So you need to be aware of that and encourage you to make extra entrances, especially if there are crosswalks across the street, then that calls for an access point into the lot, rather than going elsewhere to get it. Those are just some points. Okay? Anything else? Jim, you want to? Okay, there's not much to see now. So that's everybody here. That's it. So I thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Would you expect to have this? All this?
So we have a very last amendment of March meeting with a group. So we will then be bringing that process probably during March and getting our ducks in a row to go forward to April. Committees within each of the board, and then we'll have white paper to include the feedback that we received from you all and other groups, as well as our consultant and research that we have during this time.
And if that's all, if you think of additional thoughts, please get them all.
We're taking.
One thing that comes to mind, do you have any plans for presentation, maybe not this presentation, maybe it gets closer to being finalized, but perhaps in a federation?
We are in talks with them, they are going to submit, I don't believe, finalizing that, but we do have, their on our schedule.
And we
I
do
read
have,
that just to a lesser quality.
oh, good. We do have, I believe I should, but I haven't, have a dedicated webpage for our students.
In our agenda for today's agenda, I think if you had given me that, this is the
Okay,
wrong one.
perfect. That has, all of our meetings asking. So if that hasn't been highlighted, it's all there, probably.
Okay, so you, okay. Okay, I hope it is. And this may be, there's still, oh, I'm looking at the wrong agenda. Okay, all right. So let me go here to this meeting. Oh, but it's on this one on the page. Let me check. I think the agenda that we have posted on this, I can come to here and go down here and this and pull this up. And okay, here it is. Yeah. So come on up here. Okay. So agenda. Oh, I had it. All right, agenda for November. This is, let's see. Yeah. This is still, this is last, so let me do it. Refresh. Which is right here. Okay, so here it is. And here it is. See, right, we click on this, we get to.
The description, we'll have our white paper posted.
There you go.
Available. Here's our upcoming meetings.
So Springfield Joint Sully Land Use, Lee Land Use, Providence. That business, Wisconsin.
So they are ones that are getting back on that. They're not. Once it's available for us to do.
Okay, that's great. Okay, with that, we wish you a happy holiday. Whichever one you choose to celebrate.
Yes.
Thank you so much. With that.
Yes.
Is that could be with hills like.
So I'm going to leave outside the what's. Okay, so as our guest lead, have you followed what's been happening in Prince William County? So the supervisor resigned.
So my understanding was they're allowed more density in the first. I don't know what percentage, but that's kind of, that's just I got.
Which is basically, we basically allow more development in one downtown.
Yeah.
Like all time? We're all the same one?
I think, I don't, like I couldn't, like I'd have to look at it. Land use advertising, but they really are like maintenance. Yeah. I think they should build a single family homes out here. And for $700,000, they just build a building that's the pressure build. So that homes against six.
There is a lot of that, a lot of single family, they do have some areas that we have more town.
Good, thank you so much.
Thank you. But this, progressive area is very low density, it's basically farm, very large.
And I was just picking up on this year. And it's, hasn't changed. It's free. It's two lane roads.
We go to 27 square feet of,
Here's one thing that I think as land use residential, we line about data centers. And I kind of think the argument, but what do we want?
Like, what are we trying to tell them? Like, are we being, we're just complaining